Pigeon Forge, Camp Margaritaville, and this is our last stop before we go back to the house on this 2-week trip of ours. And I'm going to take you on a walk around of this location. It's a nice location, but yeah, I'll go into the details as we walk around here. So let me get the camera flipped around and I will walk you through and give you some feedback as far as what we have thought of our stay here, and I think it'll help you out, so definitely stay tuned. All right, let's start with our campsite, and we are located in 176. This one is right up here at the pool. We kind of lucked out though. I thought, we wouldn't have as much privacy as everybody else, being that we're up here close to the pool, but we were kind of questioning our selection of this campsite here instead of maybe one further back or somewhere else, and actually I think this worked out pretty good, and I'll tell you why. So in the middle of the night, our pup likes to go out, Ozzy dog likes to go out, and so it's real handy just to come around the corner here and come out of the camper and walk that short distance up there and take him off the leash and let him go on in there and do his business, and we don't have to walk around the park and let him go up against a bush. So that works out pretty good. This parking area is not too busy, and then we're right here on the end, and yeah, so pretty good. I mean, obviously we're visible to everybody, but yeah, we only have no neighbors. There hasn't been anybody here this whole time. And just to reference again, it is April 4th today of 2022. I almost said 23. I'd like to get ahead of myself. We got some big trips coming up here in 23 as well that we've already planned. So, but we won't get ahead of ourselves too much. So, heading to Destin here soon, like we said many a times in the video. But yeah, so let's get this walk around going and get our thoughts going here. So, won't film anything inside the lodge itself. I think there's plenty of videos if you're staying in the lodge or want to stay in the lodge that you can look at those videos. Some people have done a really nice job of showing that off. I thought all the staff was very friendly. Went in at the front gate. I'll show you that as we walk past it. Just very friendly check-in process. Very nice, helpful. Answer any of the questions that I had. Wasn't in a hurry. This right here is the pool area. It is the only pool on the premises here, and there's a water slide there. The kids love it, and yeah, we've had some nice weather. Yesterday was extremely nice. It was only 60 some degrees, and today it's gonna be almost 70 or right at 70, and that's gonna be perfect as well. Definitely not as warm as Florida, but still very nice. I ended up getting a pretty nasty sunburn a little bit, thinking that I could get away without the sunscreen, and that was a bad idea. So we went down to the bar, had a couple IPAs, had a little too much actually, so that was kind of unfortunate, but definitely IPAs were going down good. We were having a good time. So as you come up the hill here, from the right over there where that vehicle is going, that's the RV car wash guy that you may have seen in other videos that have been filmed, and he's been out this morning already giving some estimates on doing some work for folks. But as you come up the hill, you're going to see this check-in office here off to the left. You're going to pull your vehicle up to the stop sign there, and it'll tell you to stop and get checked in. And you just walk inside there, and they got all your reservations and everything for you already. So that was a pretty easy process. I like it because it's security and the check-in place, and they do have this office here manned 24/7. So that's pretty nice as well that they do. Got some firewood off here to the left for you to pick up, and being that it is manned 24/7 for security and also firewood, if you end up running low, you can get some. So what we have here is site 1. So on your map on the website, you can see site 1 is what we're looking at, and that's site 2. That's Donneruck Way. Having a little hard time this morning talking, so bear with me. And yeah, that's a nice area down there. That's got a little pavilion down there that you can see. That if you had a larger family, you could all meet up there and maybe have a meal together. So this is site 42, and where the Class A there is at site 44. I'm not going to show you all the sites, so if you're looking for that, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do that. It's not a big property by any means. There is a lower section. I'll talk about that when I get around here, and maybe I will walk down there. Probably not. I mean, it's a pretty good little walk down there. I really don't have that much information overall to share with you, other than our general opinion and maybe some helpful hints. Nice thing about this place, unlike the other places, the other two Camp Margaritavilles, is that they do have a proper sit-down restaurant on site, and the other one, the Land Shark Bar, was not on site. So that was a little bit of unfortunate there that it wasn't on site. The Buford location was really spread out. That was a big difference too. This is more well laid out. The sites aren't what I would call tight, but they're not what I would call overly spacious either. So kind of in between, kind of a sweet spot. So you can have good use of the space, but then everybody can kind of get down to the pool without walking a country mile to get there. So the Buford, Georgia location, it did not have its own pool. So it's kind of interesting that all these locations really don't have everything to offer that you would like, whether it be a restaurant, the pool. It's just not all of them are created equal when it comes to that. So some of them do have their advantages for sure. I do want to back up a little bit. The restaurant, it was very nice, and the staff was working really hard to make it as nice as possible. And it was good. We had the breakfast buffet that's $10, subject to change. And it was good. Like, there was a lot of food, plenty of food. It wasn't your normal get up in the morning at the Best Western type breakfast, with the waffle machine. And no, it was really good fruit and yogurts, and good stuff. So this is site 140, and it does kind of have a nice little overlook. I'll break the rules here and actually go down through here just to be able to show you this lower area in case you want to see it on the map. And this lower area, I walked down there yesterday with the dog, and it's really quiet down there because you're kind of like in a little bit of a holler down there, you know what I mean? So a lot of the noise from the rest of the campground doesn't really transmit down that way because of the drop off and everything. So it's pretty nice down there, and that is like a newer location or newer layout. Still a lot of the grass fencing and netting there. So I definitely would recommend the buffet, and definitely even on your way out. I think they open at 7. Don't take my word for that, but that's what we're kind of hoping, is that they open at 7. Couple negatives overall. So it doesn't look like they're doing a very good job of like aggressively managing the grass or the turf here. Part of the problem, I think, is just the fact that the dirt is very poor quality. So my suggestion to them would be, hey, you need to sod this place, get you a good turf, going, and get some sod going, something that's going to actually work good, because right now it's pretty much just weed and clover. And they've done some aeration, and it looks like, but as far as like weed preventative, I don't think they've put that down, because I think they're worried if they did, they wouldn't have anything but dirt. So that's probably smart on their part. You don't, but I could see this getting pretty darn muddy out here if it was raining, and obviously it's not muddy because it hasn't been for a while. So we're off here to the left, and that's site 153 where that passport's sitting. And Nice view here, the mountains surrounding the area. Some more of the negatives overall. They did have a guy that was washing the site down, and that was nice. But overall, I'd give it like on cleanliness, I'd say that they need people going around and actually picking up some of the litter, because people don't pick up after themselves, and we've definitely done our part to kind of help that out a little bit by picking up some litter as we walk around. But yeah, so kind of on par, and as far as the Georgia place, as far as the litter goes and whatnot. They had one grounds guy going around and kind of doing some work, and they probably need two more to help give him a hand, is what my estimation would be. So this is site 164, and we're walking down the hill towards our site and towards the facility here. And like I said, this is just kind of a scratch. I mean, there's that upper area that I showed you on the way in, that's up to the right, and then the lower area. So this is kind of like the middle level area. 168. Yeah, so litter, cleanliness, grass, that's really like the downside to it. But yeah, nice place, nice stay, nice setup. And one of the things that they're doing actually is they are putting in a lazy river and an additional like bar area, hangout area, which is gonna be nice because the bar is pretty small. I could see where during the summer months, the bar and the pool would be really, really packed, actually, with the amount of people that are staying in the lodge and also the people that are camping here. So they're smart. The far end to the right, as we look at the building here on a lower level, is where the additional pool will be going with a lazy river, and also it looks like it's going to be a huge bar. The bar in here, I'm guessing it only seats about 40 people max, maybe not even that. So that's yeah, it's definitely not enough people, especially if you have like a game on. And I'm sure it's gonna be packed tonight, but they close pretty early. They close like at 10, and there's like the NCAA championship game is tonight. So I'm gonna walk down here and see if I can show you where the lazy river area. I would not think that the lazy river area will be completed this year. That would be a pretty significant amount of construction that would have to occur in a short period of time for it to be completed this year. But I'd say it's going to be up and running. The pool was pretty warm. That's a plus. That was really good. Hot tub was nice. It was hot. And I'll just for those of you that haven't seen some of the other videos as far as the lodge goes and the entrance and everything, and the decor, I'll just peek my head in here real quick and show you. That way you won't have to navigate to another video for that. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I will. So here we are. So really awesome. I love the Air.stream decor and the photos that they have on the wall. So very nice. Yep. And then I might as well peek in here real quick, since there's nobody sitting in here right now, for the restaurant area where they serve up the breakfast buffet in the mornings. So those roll-up doors over there is where the buffet is, and then plenty of seating. It was pretty tight. It was popular in here this morning for good reason, because it's a good value at $10. $10, all the juice you want, and pancakes. So yeah, and then I'm gonna navigate here around the corner and just kind of show you where that lazy river area is gonna go. I think I'll be able to see it from this vantage point. For those of you that maybe didn't hear it, this property here had been kind of not utilized for a little while, and before this it was like a Dick Clark's American Bandstand is what it was, from my understanding. And so that must have lost popularity, or maybe it was mismanaged or whatever it was. But yeah, so I don't think we're gonna be able to see too much. Maybe. Yeah, here we go. All right, so where I'm walking right now, I'm walking around the corner, and you can see the heavy equipment there and the contractor vehicles, and you can see right there is where they're actively working on that, and that's where the lazy river is going to go. So that's going to be nice. And then down this drive on the way out, and you can see Pigeon Forge there, the strip, the beginning of the strip really. So when you come out of the mountains, this campground and also the Twin Mountain Inn RV Park is right down the hill there. So yeah, a couple campgrounds as you come into Pigeon Forge, and this is where this is located off to the right as you come out of the mountains, so off the Smoky Mountain Parkway. So alrighty, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe we'll add some more, maybe we won't. This might be the end of the video. I appreciate everybody watching, and everybody be safe and take care, and make sure to subscribe and hit that like button if you like this video, and we appreciate you watching. Everybody be safe.